Hello, and welcome to another episode of Parker Harbor Productions, presenting the incline plane. Looks like my text got a little mess up there. That's okay. Today, I'm going to do a short podcast. It's going to be on a simulation that you can play around with. If you go to the phet, it'll be there. I put the link on, it's right below this screencast link. If you run it, this is what it looks like. And it shows you a couple of different things. Force of gravity, actually it shows you a lot of things. You got a force of gravity, you have a force normal. You have a little guy there and he can push the box. Now, he's pushing. Force applied is not overcoming the force of friction, so the box is not moving. Notice the forces are balanced. It's only if the force applied gets bigger than the force of friction that the box begins to move. So, a few things I want you to look at on this. We can take the walls away. We don't need the walls there. Take that down. I'm going to push the box over here. Since we are dealing with inclined planes, we want to focus on inclined planes. We can get rid of the friction. This is going to be a frictionless environment. I'm putting it on pause, and I'm going to click on sum of forces. So as I raise the inclined plane, what I want you to be looking at is force of gravity, normal force, and how these two forces are adding together to give us this net force, or the sum of the forces that way. Notice the normal force shrinks. Force of gravity does not change, does not change. The net force does change. So I want you to play around with that. Now, of course, if I press play, the box being on a frictionless surface, a net force being down the ramp, it's going to go. And it's just going to keep going because there's no friction. You know, once an object is in motion, it's going to stay in motion forever and ever and ever until another force works to stop it. But that's something you can play around with. Look at how the different forces combine. Now for the challenge. If you click over, you can play around with the Robot Moving Company. How do we get there? Alright, so you've got an inclined plane, a ramp, and it has friction. And the objective here is to get boxes into the house using as little energy of the robot as possible. So he pushes it down the ramp. If he overshoots the door, he's got to push it back, and it is possible to, oh, poor rover, it is possible to lose items. So the objective here, again, is to put things into the house, maximizing your score. And the way you maximize the score is to use as little energy as possible. Clearly I'm not doing well, but you can play around with it. You can analyze the situation, see make a plan for how you'll do each one of these things. And in the end, it'll put together your score based on how much energy you used in putting the things away. And I will give 5 bonus points to the person who has the highest final score. In order to show the final score, you have to do a screen capture or print screen. On a PC, it's Control Print Screen. Save that, send it to me as an email, and the student with the highest final score, I will give you 5 bonus points. It's basically like a free homework grade. That's that. This has been another installment of Parker Harbor Productions. Thank you for tuning in.